They are here to stop all the evil wrongdoers of the world and to make it a safe place, while blowing up as much as humanly possible. They are Team America, World Police. A satirical look at action movies and real-life conflicts of the time. Only all the characters are puppets. Yep, even
Matt Damon.
This hilarious movie is the gift that keeps on giving, which was brought to us by the legendary South Park guys Trey Parker and Matt Stone, in which the World Police recruit a famed stage actor called Gary to infiltrate a terrorist organization, where not only must the team face off against some deadly opponents, but also elite, virtuous Hollywood actors, in this outrageous, and I do mean outrageous, comedy classic. Every now and then you need a slice of LOL pie. So 10 things that you didn't know about Team America World Police, let's check it out. Number 10. Thunderbirds inspired Team America. Our journey begins with Matt Stone and Trey Parker, and of course, Thunderbirds. When they were young, the show failed to grab their attention, particularly with Parker, who found that the show took itself too seriously and that the dialogue was too slow. However, after seeing Thunderbirds on TV while being bored one afternoon, this prompted the funny guys to inquire about the rights of the show, where they discovered that Universal Pictures were already in the process of making a Thunderbirds movie, and they were really disappointed to discover that this Thunderbirds movie wouldn't be using puppets, but live-action actors. So I guess this motivated Parker and Stone to make their own puppet action movie, only one that was a bit more outrageous than Thunderbirds, despite vowing to never work on a movie again after making South Park bigger, longer, and uncut. Number 9. Stone and Parker's puppet movie became a spoof of Jerry Bruckheimer films. Trey Parker and Matt Stone found movies like Armageddon and Day After Tomorrow to be unintentionally hilarious. Be that they are hilarious because they are so bad. According to Uprocks, Parker and Stone had planned to make puppet versions of either Armageddon or Day After Tomorrow, but the studios who own the rights to those movies put a stop to that. So the South Park duo decided to make up their own movie, based on action movie cliches, particularly Jerry Bruckheimer movies. When coming up with Team America, Parker and Stone would take inspiration from movies like Top Gun and Pearl Harbor, particularly with Ben Affleck's character, as well as study the works of Joseph Campbell, who wrote the book The Hero with a Thousand Faces, so they could perfect the stereotype of action-adventure characters. Something else that was a huge influence for Team America was the 1982 movie Megaforce, which is also really bonkers. Parker and Stone would team up with writer and producer Pam Brady, as she had previously worked with them on South Park, and all up the script would take about 2 years to write. Number 8. Team America was seen as a cost-saving movie. Now, Paramount Pictures had previously distributed Parker and Stone's previous movie, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, and Paramount executive Scott Rudin was really on board for this raunchy comedy with puppets. However, according to Wikipedia, there were some Paramount executives who weren't exactly on board and took some persuading, as they didn't think an R-rated puppet movie could be profitable, until it was pointed out to them that the same thing was said about South Park, only that was cartoons and not puppets, and just look at how successful that has become. However, according to Screen Rant, Paramount couldn't scoop up Team America faster and was really enthusiastic about it, feeling that making a comedy movie with puppets could be cheaper than making a regular one with actors and sets. And Wikipedia does also support this claim by saying that the president of Viacom at the time, with Viacom being a part of Paramount Pictures, really supported the idea of a puppets comedy movie because it could be made on a lower budget. Yeah, they had no idea what was in store for them. It's also said that the studio was really interested in Team America because the script was so politically incorrect. Oh wow, how times have changed. Number 7. Movie effects legends created the puppets. The puppet characters in Team America World Police were created by the Chiodo brothers, who worked on the creature effects of Critters, as well as creating the Large Marge effect in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and the brothers even directed and created the creatures for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The puppets in Team America were designed to be 1/3 the size of a human, with the puppets being about 22 inches, and each puppet would take about a day and a half to complete. The first puppet the Chiodo brothers created was the Spottiswoode character, and all the puppets that followed were modelled after that character. Given how the puppets in Team America have so much character, and that there were so many puppets, the Chiodo brothers really went above and beyond for Team America. Seriously, top work, guys. Team America is a big evolution for puppets, a huge step forward. I mean, I don't think we had puppet sex before Team America. Number 6. The shoot was a nightmare. Although it was felt that Team America would be a really easy shoot, it was anything but. And if anything, the fact that puppets were being used for filming made the shoot for Team America even more difficult, with Parker and Stone having to do constant rewrites due to, quote, the limited nature of the puppets. The crew consisted of 200 people, of which it could take up to 4 people to control just one of the puppets. Maneuvering the puppets was also very difficult and timely, and getting a puppet to do something simple like having a drink could take up to a day and a half to film. Furthermore, constant delays to filming would take place, in order for Parker and Stone to find the right humour. After filming the first scene, they felt the humour was wrong, and they would have to revise the entire script, as the humour was originally coming from the puppets themselves. But they felt the real humour would be the puppets acting dramatically. In other words, puppets telling jokes isn't funny, but seeing puppets being all dramatic and talking about sensitive issues is funny. And he's not wrong. Look at the Freedom Isn't Free scene where the Gary character is emotionally looking over the national monuments. Now, if that was filmed with an actor, it's basically a Michael Bay movie, but use a puppet instead, and it's the funniest thing ever. However, the puppets weren't the only difficulties involved with filming. Number 5. Further delays took place with an impending deadline. Yes, there was a set deadline for Team America to be completed, creating a panicked race to the finish line. And yet, humour aside, more delays in filming would take place, on the account that Stone and Parker wanted to perfect the craft of the movie, with many shots having to be redone to the filmmakers' liking. Each special effect was performed live on film, as opposed to adding in CGI, which Parker would refer to as a complicated math problem. And Stone would say that in order to work 20-hour-long days, he would be using coffee during the day and sleeping pills at night in order to sleep. The two filmmakers had their vision of the movie and had to work above and beyond to achieve it. And to be fair, I don't think a feature movie ever quite looked like this before. A movie consisting of a puppet cast in an ultra-realistic miniature world, which looked impressive and lifelike, with equally impressive set pieces. At least not one of this quality. Not only did they have to perfect the jokes, I mean, after all, this is a comedy movie, but also the technical craft of the puppets and other effects. Team America really was just barely made in time for its October 15th release, and because of this, only a 20-minute presentation showing highlights of the movie could be shown at a press screening, as the movie just simply wasn't ready. Both Parker and Stone agreed that making Team America was the hardest thing that they have ever done. In other words, there will be no sequel. I don't think they ever want to go near puppets ever again. Number 4. Story of the actors. Team America World Police was quite ahead of its time in that it shows us virtuous celebrities who get in on the action, otherwise known as the Film Actors Guild, and it's led by Alec Baldwin. The actors are shown to be full of their own hubris and self-importance. And although this may have gone over people's heads in 2004, I think it's something that really resonates with people these days, as I think people have become somewhat lethargic of grandiose lecturing celebrities. But that's just an observation. One of the most popular celebrities in Team America was Matt Damon. Of which, throughout the entire film, the only thing his character was able to do was say, "Matt Damon." The Matt Damon puppet wasn't originally intended to be like this, but the character was to be more articulate. However, after Stone and Parker saw the puppet, they thought it looked really dopey and incapable of communicating. So they felt that they just had to go with it by making him a character who could only say his name.
Matt Damon!
Another celebrity used was Michael Moore, who was shown to be a hot dog chewing buffoon. Now this one was more personal. The unflattering portrayal of Moore was done because Matt Stone gave an interview to Moore for his documentary Bowling for Columbine, where after Stone's appearance, a cartoon called A Brief History of the United States was shown. Stone felt like it was presented in a way to make the audience believe that he created the cartoon short, which Stone did not. So yeah, take that, Michael Moore. However, what happens when one of the real-life actors start acting just like how their characters do in the movie? Number 3. One of the actors was furious. Now, most of the celebrities who Parker and Stone make fun of in the movie took it pretty well. I mean, come on, you have to. It'll be ridiculous getting all angry and upset. Hey, if they ever parodied me, I would be absolutely delighted. I mean, come on, I'm an old, bold Australian YouTuber. Just think of the comedic possibilities. George Clooney and Alec Baldwin both reacted positively to the movie. Clooney even said that he would have been disappointed if he wasn't included. And Matt Damon also responded positively to the Matt Damon puppet, despite being somewhat confused by it.
Matt Damon.
But regardless, there was no ill feeling. However, one actor was seemingly quite pissed about their portrayal in the film, and that was Sean Penn, who, without seeing the movie but only being told about it, wrote Trey Parker and Matt Stone an angry letter, which ended with, "F*** you." The funny thing is, Parker claimed that in his letter, he was saying things that his fictionalized character was saying in Team America.
And he writes in the letter, like, I've been to Iraq.
We'd already shot that shot where he said, I've been to Iraq.
Yeah, but I don't think he knew.
So although this letter was sent to let off some steam, Penn actually sent validation to his character in Team America.
The big thing we were making fun of him for was being like, I've been to Iraq, and you don't know what you're talking about. I've been there.
Kim Jong-il was also supposedly not happy with his comical portrayal in Team America, and supposedly asked the Czech Republic to ban the movie, and they pretty much replied with, nah. Number 2, ratings fiasco. So now we get to the infamous puppet love scene. Yep, the scene where those two puppets do the spicy tango. When watching the movie for the first time, this scene was painful, as it was just so funny. Well, originally the scene went on much longer, but Team America was hit with an NC-17 rating, all because of this infamous scene. So 9 cuts had to be made in order to satisfy the MPAA and give the movie the desired R rating. Wow. I mean, heaps of R-rated movies have pretty intense love scenes. Some of them are even considered artistically expressive. But hey, I guess it's just crossing the line when it's puppets. Then again, the puppet love scene in Team America does feature characters, you know. Look, I'm not going to say what they do. If you want to know, just look it up. I don't want to get in trouble here. But while Team America was having issues with hard ratings in America, the opposite happened in some countries in Europe, as it was given a rating for being appropriate for children and families. It's as if the classification board for those countries didn't watch the movie and just thought, oh, this movie has puppets. Well, clearly this is a kids' movie. Oh no. Yeah, some of those kids and their parents were in for a shock. Number 1, America, f*** yeah! So Team America World Police was released in October 2004, and its box office intake was somewhat successful, as it would go on to make $51 million on a budget of $32 million. So it recouped its budget and nearly made $20 million profit. However, the movie got rave reviews from critics, with its satire in particular being praised, with it being felt that the movie was clever and makes fun of all political sides, whether that's left, right, or centre. So no matter where people stood politically, at least for that moment, they could all come together and enjoy Team America together, which is a wonderful and powerful tool of both satire and comedy. No one gets out unscathed. It's very much a product of 2004, as it satirizes real-life tensions of that time, and it shows that even when times are tough and desperate, it's nice to know that every once in a while we can have a comedy that just points out how ridiculous everything is. Now, I would say that a movie like Team America couldn't be made now, and to a degree that's true, and that's a shame. I mean, there would be tweets all over the place of people being offended and demanding apologies and censorship, but really the humour of Parker and Stone is still going on now with South Park, which still dives into real issues of the time, and well, just laughs at it and shows how ridiculous things can be, which, as mentioned, is a wonderful and powerful attribute of satire. I can remember watching Team America for the first time. It was in a movie theatre in the UK, and I laughed so much I actually had a panic attack. It was in the scene with the Broadway musical, with that song Everybody's Got AIDS. I completely lost it, and because I was in a dark room with strangers and couldn't compose myself, I just went into hysterics and, well, hence the panic attack. It was a film that me and all my friends loved and constantly quoted and did impersonations of the funny voices. Matt Damon. And I think the popularity continued to grow with home media, to the point where it's now a classic, up there with the likes of The Producers, in that it's a brave movie which dares to mock sensitive real-life issues, and be really funny while it's doing it. So now more than ever is a good time to remember that when times are tough and there's so much conflict, it's good for us all to come together just once in a while and have a good laugh. Because if we can no longer laugh, then what have we got left? I honestly think it's a shame we didn't get a standalone film with the Matt Damon puppet. I mean, imagine a Bourne Identity movie without the real Matt Damon, but that puppet. Now that would have been comedy gold. And I don't care who knows it, that would have been comedy gold. Anyway, I'm Minty. And remember, there's no I in team. But there is a me. Awkward. See ya!